Hello everyone, my name is Whalen, but you should know that by now, and if you don't, that's because you clicked on this video because I showed up in your feed. Sorry about that, but it has been an entire year. Can you believe that? Time sure flies when you're having fun, and boy, has this been a really slow year. And what better way to celebrate it, I thought, than another Q&A. I did one last year, that was to celebrate 1,800 subscribers, I think, and right now I think I have this many subscribers, so I thought, you know what? It's been a whole year, and quite the few questions I got this time compared to last year. I just wanted to have fun, that's really it. So I figured I would answer every question that came my way, every comment, every whatever. So I hope you look forward to seeing your name on screen. Let's get things started. Pug TV asks, "Can I get a shout out?" That's what he sounds like, I promise. He's gonna hear me say that and he's gonna be like, "Oh my damn!" That's what he always says. But wow, is that Pug TV from youtube.com/Pug TV? You should go check out his latest video right now, The Forgotten Maps of TF2. It's really great. It's really good, even though I'm not in it. But if you want a video that has him, that also has me in it, you should go look up Why You Don't Main Scout on youtube.com. That has me in it. I play the scout. I think I do a really good job. Do we got a clip? Do we have a clip? Can we show the clip? Who's the party pug now, huh, party pug?
Fuck you think you're doing?
Alright, perfect. M asks, M. Yeah, can't really argue with that there. Yeah, M. N, even. Indy asks, Whalen Friend, Whalen Friend, Whalen Friend. What political party do you align with in New Vegas? Answer me now. Well, it's been 3 weeks, so I'm answering you now. A little late there. But when I first got the game, and this was back when I had no knowledge of what Fallout was, New Vegas was my first game, I thought NCR was like the good guy, because it felt like it was kind of pushing them as being like, yeah, some people don't really want them, but it's really the best case for the Mojave. But a few playthroughs later, and with a little maturity and basic critical thinking, I've realized Mr. House is the obvious answer now. I think he really knows what to do, considering how long he's been alive, and considering he doesn't have any interest in running an empire or actually governing things like how the NCR wants to do, because they're so big, they're just a giant conglomerate. They really lost hope of what their original goal was back when they were just starting out in Sandy Shores. I think Mr. House is the best case here. Look, sum it up like this. Childhood is when you idolize the NCR. Adulthood is when Mr. House makes more sense. Jakeinator asks, why? Why not? Simon Olsen says, Demo Night. Demo Night indeed. Although personally, I think normal Demo Man is just a little bit more fun. I like shooting pipes. I like shooting grenades. It's quite euphoric when you get that legendary air shot with the pipe and it connects and it's just it's like an explosion of Gibbs. It's like so satisfying. But Demo Night's pretty fun too, even if it can be a little monotonous. Ethan Osterman asks, what is your favorite movie? It's constantly a tie between Back to the Future and The Big Lebowski. Those are my two favorite movies of all time. Vastly different genres, I understand that. I guess you could say it really depends on the day. It kind of teeters a lot, but a big contender, like those two movies aside, I really like Star Wars: A New Hope. That was a movie I saw when I was very young, and it left a very big impact. It's my favorite Star Wars movie. It left a very big impact on me, and really influenced a lot of my creative thinking. So, definitely, those three movies, those are my favorites. Ratlobber asks, my question is, will you ever make a good video? I think I've been asking myself that every day ever since I've started this channel, but you know what? Hey, get you on the show, it'll probably be my best video yet. Just hit me up, buddy. Bread Gaming asks, opinion on the classic. It's okay. It's not the worst weapon in the world. Like, the Sandman is like a shell of its former self. Can't even stun people with it anymore. Buffalo Steak's pretty bad. The Razorback kind of sucks. The Danger Shield kind of sucks. Dangerous Carbine is situational at best. But the classic, it's okay. I mean, I have that one achievement where you give all 9 classes in a single round. That was okay. It's like Prime Cuts or whatever it's called. And that wasn't as hard as people would make it sound. It's just, it's like a patience thing. It's like having to sit in one place. Kind of like actually playing Sniper. I think people don't like it because the movement speed penalty and the only scoping in for headshots. Which in my opinion, people kind of blow out of proportion because making people blow up with the tracer rounds is actually kind of fun. But the classic itself, I just don't think it really does enough damage to warrant it. Like, you're gonna do like 10 damage if that shit ain't fully charged up. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't think it's bad. It's just mediocre. Does that make sense? I think so. Euro City asks, at 140, you said you work 3 jobs. What are they? I am a substitute teacher. I work at my local movie theater, and I'm also a delivery driver for like Uber Eats, formerly known as Postmates. And I am a teacher every other day. Usually it's like an on-call thing. It's like, oh, can you work this many days at this location? And my theater job is also on-call, but it's usually most weekends, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sometimes Thursday too, so that's about 4 days. And when I have any free time, I'm doing the Postmates thing. And I actually had an interview not too long ago for a 4th job over at Dave & Buster's that they're building in my town. So, hey, no rest for the wicked, am I right? But yeah, those are my 3 jobs and probably 4th job coming up. That guy asks, what's your favorite food/meal? Or meal/food, whatever. I love spaghetti. Spaghetti with a little meat, like some hamburger meat or something like that. Goes pretty hard, goes insanely hard. It's really good. I love spaghetti. I also love that chicken fettuccine Alfredo pasta with it's like the white sauce and the thin noodles. Not the thin noodles, the kind of like chunky long noodles. I don't know what they're called, but that stuff's great. That stuff's fantastic. I love pasta. I love Italian food. Can't really go wrong with a good burger. A few places in town I can think of. They give great burgers. I'm a firm believer that In-N-Out is pretty great. I love their burgers. They're great. But I also love anything with chicken. I love chicken. Big chicken guy. Fried chicken. Grilled chicken. Diced chicken. Shredded chicken, like in tacos. Oh, that goes so great. Steak tacos. It's fantastic. Get some salsa on there. Get some rice. It's great. I love that stuff. Street tacos are fantastic. I love me a good pulled pork sandwich. Those are all so I could just talk about food for an hour, but that would be way too long. But yeah, love that stuff. Can never get enough of it. Your mom's girlfriend asks, do you have a significant other? And if so, are you going to game with them? I had a significant other not too long ago, and they were very special to me, but they didn't have a gaming PC. They only had like consoles, and I know, console plebeians, am I right? But there was never any like cross-play potential since all my stuff is primarily on PC. So they were never really going to game with me. And even if they could, I wouldn't really involve them with things I do on the internet, because then that would just lead to, oh, what if like something happens and we break up down the line? That would lead to people saying, oh, how come this person hasn't been in a video in so long? Why not this, and this? Blah, 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 blah. So I feel like I'd want to just avoid that. And I wouldn't want to get them involved in the internet anyway, because personally, I can't really stand it when people make a video just to be like, hey guys, I got a girlfriend, here they are in my video. And it's not really like entertaining or funny, because that's your girlfriend or that's your boyfriend. And even if you know what they're saying isn't really funny, like your audience won't find it funny, you still love them, it's still endearing to you. So yeah, you're gonna put everything they say in the video, even if it's 20 minutes of just like nothing. But yeah, so I don't, but even if I did, I wouldn't. So yeah, there's your answer. Ghost Frog asks, what is your favorite type of cheese? Muna cheese. I enjoy Muna cheese on some wheat bread with some turkey and some ham. Goes pretty well. Yeah, that's my favorite type of cheese. I mean, I grew up eating the like sliced American cheese that's like they put on the hamburgers and stuff like that. That's pretty shit. I like string cheese, if that means anything. I love Cheez-Its. I like eating the cheddar jack Cheez-Its. You know what those are? I love those. But if I'm talking like strictly a specific type of cheese, Mooney cheese is pretty good. I like that stuff. Party asks, could you beat Spyro 13 in a rap battle? And if so, prove it. I can't beat Spyro in a rap battle. That means a rap god. That man is a rap god! Can't touch him. The second I go up to the stage, I would just burst into flames because of his sick bars. I can't touch that shit. But if I had to do anything, if If I had to compete, it would probably go something like this. Boom, 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 my rhyme's so fire. Boom, 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 you'll just retire. Boom, 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 better than me. Boom, 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 you're just a liar. Boom, 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 this beat is the jam. Boom, 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 I'll beat you up. Bam! Boom, 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 my sound's so sweet. You'll be down 6 feet. It's the worst thing ever. Cut that out of the video. Pip asks, what is your favorite thing about TF2? I think it's the funny moments you can really have. Yeah, TF2 funny moments compilation number 345 million. But yeah, I think it's a connection you can have with like total strangers on the internet. That's really great. Just that mutual feeling of like when you encounter like an enemy player somewhere on the world and you like nod up and down, and then they pause for a second and then they like nod up and down back, and then they say thanks and then they walk away. Like that's like the best thing ever. Like you can't get that in any other game. At least I don't think so. But if I had to pick like an actual real thing about the game, like the gameplay itself, I think the shooting is fantastic. Amazing sound design. That crunch of the scatter gun and the boom of the rocket launcher. Ugh, it's fantastic. Not to mention the movement feels great and responsive, even if Heavy is slow as duck shit. And Scout is like speedy, and then he jumps like just right. It's just right. In a perfect world, every game ever would have the same source movement of this game. I'd be playing Fortnite, I'd be cranking 90s, they'd be peeping my sick edits, and I'd think to myself, damn, I wish I could like crouch jump or something, or I could Scout double jump. That'd be so great. Fortnite should just add Engineer. Fortnite should just become TF2. It'd be great. It'd be the best game ever. Jalen asks, Jalen, you're my namesake counterpart. Good to see you again, buddy. Favorite whiskey? Well, I'm almost 23, but I personally, I don't drink myself. I don't really drink anything at all. But if you say that Jim Beam is the only correct answer, then I will take your word for it, my friend. Everyone go drink some Jim Beam. Doug Suarez asks, who is your favorite class? Engineer. Engineer has always been my favorite class, ever since I watched Meet the Engineer and I read the Loose Cannon comic. He's just great. I think he's a great character, and I think his gameplay is perfect. I like the fact that you can build and you can be supportive and you can be offensive. Like, I don't think there's any other game where there's like a builder character and they get it right, just like Engineer. Maybe the Engineer from Risk of Rain 2 and the Engineer from Deep Rock Galactic. Those are pretty great, especially the Deep Rock Galactic Engineer. It's always my dream official TF2 crossover with Deep Rock Galactic and have a Grant Goody record Engineer voice lines. Like, can you imagine Engineer saying Rock and Stone? That'd be great. But yeah, Engineer's my favorite class. Medic is a close second. I've always taken a support role in games, and Engineer allows me to be supportive while also bringing that offense forward, and I really like that. Kirkland Pizza says, happy birthday, and fun fact, September 9th is the most popular birthday in the year. I guess people are really getting it on in January, or I guess December, you know what I mean? For the question, he says, what do I want from Scream Fortress this year? It's the same thing I want every year, Kirkland. My first Scream Fortress was 2013, the Hell Tower with the Man Brothers and the spells. And I just remember thinking, man, this is so awesome. It's new voice lines, a new map, new content, new lore. That's so amazing. I can't wait to experience it again. And then I never really did. Like, yeah, you could say Jungle Inferno with, like, competitive and stuff like that. Or Meet Your Match had, like, competitive voice lines, I'm pretty sure. But, I don't know, that's not the same. 2013 Scream Fortress, that was the last time anyone, like, everyone got new voice lines that were fun too, and they were like tied to certain cosmetics and Halloween costumes. It was fantastic, and to this day, that's all I want out of an update. I want, for Scream Fortress, I just want something uniquely Valve. I want a Valve-made Halloween theme. I'm always hoping this year will be the year that they surprise us with a new original map with a boss fight and new voice lines and everything, but it's probably not going to happen. But that's what I want from Scream Fortress. I want a Valve-made map, and I want a new boss. And that's about as likely as wanting my dad to come back from the store after he went to go get some cigarettes. The Whirl Channel asks, what are your plans for the future of your channel? Well, that's a good question because it's very broad, so I guess I'll try to give you a very broad answer. Obviously, I want my channel to succeed and be the front page of YouTube all the time, and get so famous people get sick of seeing me, and I get so famous that people will write 4chan green text about how all my videos are the exact same and that I'm not funny and I suck. But I guess I'd like to just be a moderately successful YouTube channel that isn't super famous, but is well known enough that when people see me, they're like, oh yeah, I know that guy, he makes some good videos. That's all I've ever really wanted, I guess. But if I were ever to pop off and go crazy and become famous, I think that'd be pretty sweet. But in terms of videos, I got some non-TF2 stuff coming. Like I got a Half-Life 1 review cooking in the pot. Like I want to review the Half-Life games. I promised I'd never do Ricochet, so I'll never do Ricochet or Day of Defeat. But I want to review the Half-Life games. I want to review the Left 4 Dead games. I like to review Portal 2. So basically, I want to review the other Valve games because that's like TF2 adjacent. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna start uploading like, oh, Mario Galaxy Episode 1 on the TF2 channel. No, that would be silly. But future videos, I want to make a game show. I want to do that. I feel like that'll be really fun. I want to combine like TF2 trivia questions with, I don't know, something like Death Run. So that's something I've always wanted. Like I wanted to do like Family Feud or something, and then I look on YouTube and it's been done already, like 7 years ago. Like everything's been done already. I gotta find some new, unique, completely out of the box thing to come up with, and that's hard for a 16-year-old game. You know what I mean? So some days I just don't have any ideas or motivation whatsoever to really work on stuff. But full disclosure, my biggest dream is for the final episode of What Makes a Main to be about Scout and Engineer and Soldier. And because Engineer's my main class, and for Jerma to talk about Scout and Star to talk about Soldier, and that is a complete pipe dream. That will literally never happen, but it'd be pretty sweet if it did. That's my ultimate end goal right there, baby, right there. Modern Major General asks, what is your favorite non-TF2 game or genre of game? Such as for me, it's strategy games. Well, I'm glad you can find enjoyment in that. I don't really care for strategy games unless it's like Pikmin. I fucking love Pikmin. That's like some of those 3 games, those are like my favorite games like ever, of all time. My favorite non-TF2 game, Pikmin, I just said that. I love Earthbound, I love Mother 3. Luigi's Mansion, that's like my favorite game of all time. I grew up playing Nintendo games, but I also love Left 4 Dead 2 is one of my favorite games. Deep Rock Galactic's one of my favorite games. I love Sea of Thieves. I love Half-Life 2. Super Mario All-Stars plus Mario World, that's like that was the first video game I ever played. A Link to the Past, A Link Between Worlds, Link's Awakening, Majora's Mask, those are some of my favorite games. In terms of like favorite game, I'll say it's Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube. Admiral Buttermuffins, oh, I recognize you. You've been here frequently. You're a frequent viewer of the channel. Thanks, man. They ask, what is your favorite meme loadout in TF2? Can't go wrong with Crits Krieg and Holiday Punch. That's a good way to ruffle some feathers and cancel some Ubers and get kicked from the server. That's really fun. Jetpack Pyro with the back burner, that will always piss people off, and that's pretty fun when you're on the giving end of that. I'm sure it's not too fun when you're on the receiving end. But that's pretty fun. I like doing that. Shotgun Pyro. Almost anything with Pyro. That tends to bring out the worst in people. That tends to make people angry. That's pretty fun. Yeah, I'd say any of those things I mentioned. Favorite meme loadout. Jamal asks, question. TF2 is magically erased from the world. What other game would you make videos on? Well, shoot, man. If TF2 was magically removed from the world, I'd probably just... I wouldn't have this channel for one thing. I guess I'd be making videos about like Pikmin, or I'd just be like a Nintendo YouTuber. I'd talk about fucking box art and video game manuals for like 30 minutes straight. I don't know. Or maybe I'd talk more about movies or TV shows. Like I have an entire Let's Play channel that I've been slacking on uploading, so I'd probably be doing that full time. Probably just be like a generic Nintendo YouTuber. Maniker, or Maneaker, asks, question, if you were able to have this as your full-time job as a TF2 YouTuber, do you think it would get boring after a while? Yes or no? Please ask why? Why? Why would it get boring after a while? Is that what you want me to ask? I'm probably misreading it, but I don't think I'd get bored. I'd probably take breaks every now and then because there is no new content and there is nothing new to talk about. There hasn't been anything new to talk about in like 5, 6 years. Like, you know, old hat. It's old news at this point. TF2 has been updating so long, there's nothing new to talk about. You have to pull shit out of your ass and talk about the most minor things. But if TF2 and subsequently YouTube was my full-time job, I think I'd love that, because my background is in like performing arts and acting and stuff like that, so just being able to perform and present is something I take a lot of joy in. I love writing scripts, I like doing the voiceover, I like the editing sometimes when I have the motivation to do it. I think I would get burned out occasionally, like okay, I take like a month break where I don't really make videos and I just play games and relax, but it's always been my dream to be like a voice actor, and I think YouTube is like the next best thing, where you're getting your voice out there and you can talk however you want in a YouTube video. Like if I wanted to talk like this and this is how I sounded in every single YouTube video I ever made, then I could do that. Because it's a YouTube video. You can have as much fun with it as you want. If that's your job, have fun with it, you know what I mean? It's YouTube. There's literally endless possibilities for what you could do as your job. But TF2, no, I don't think I'd get bored of it, and it's one of my favorite games of all time, and on a good day, I will say it's my favorite game of all time. So yeah, I don't think I'd ever get bored of it. It's fun. YouTube is fun, even if it can be a little shitty every now and then. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Bbonkiie asks, what's your first game you ever played, and what are some fond memories of it? Ooh, I think I actually said this earlier, but Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World was the first game I ever played. And I have some great fond memories of it, because it was a great excuse for me and my older sisters and my dad to crowd around our shitty black and white CRT TV and play it late nights with get some pizza and just play that huddled on the floor. We always called the fire flower like flower power, and we always loved like playing Mario 2 and jumping on like Birdo's head and just sitting there and saying, "Oh, is she ever gonna knock you off? Will you ever get hurt if you touch her?" Stuff like that. When I was like 4, I think I lost Yoshi, and I cried. I cried in real life, like a little baby. It meant that much to me. Damn it! It was real to me. But yeah, I loved it. I loved that game growing up. Bloody Blade asks, what's your favorite non-meta loadout / fun but not good loadout? If you want to, you can list the 9 or just one. Meta loadout? I guess my non-meta loadout, most of the time, if I'm being honest, I just run stock. Like, I don't run weapons that would commonly be used in like competitive. That's about it. I mostly just use the stock weapons, with a few exceptions. Like I use the Uber Saw on Medic. I use the Crusader's Crossbow, because at this point they might as well be his default weapons. I love using the Cleaner's Carbine and the Bushwhacker, or the Girardi in the Bushwhacker. Like when I was younger, like 2013, when I first started playing, I would always use the Girardi and the Tribalman Shiv, because I thought, oh, mini crits and bleeding, it's great, it'll do so much damage. And then you grow up and you realize the Tribalman Shiv does less damage. But anyway, yeah, I'd say that's it. Zachary Vincent Callahan asks, which map, in-game or otherwise, do you think is the most / least popular, or which map is your favorite? I think Junction is the least popular map. I never see anyone play Yukon. Coldfront, I never see anyone play on Coldfront. People, they know what they like to play on, and that is Sunshine, which is unfortunate because I personally think that map sucks, and that's like the most played competitive map ever. Most played control point map anyway, like Sunshine and Snakewater. I hate those maps. They suck. They're so unfun to play. It's always like a battle for mid that lasts for like 15 minutes, and then they cap 1 point and they get 10 minutes. It's like, oh, it sucks. I never see anyone play the alternate game modes tab. Like, you're never gonna see anyone on Nightfall or Pipeline or Hydro. Everyone loves Hightower, but no one wants to play the other payload race maps. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good indication of what map is popular and which map isn't when you go to the community tab and just scroll for a while, and you'll notice, oh, this is like the same 4 maps over and over and over again, like CP Orange, stuff like that, or Trade Minecraft. So yeah, just that's my thoughts on the maps. Kai Loverset, Caller Kai, I know that's you. You can't pretend it's not you. Do you have a Discord server? Obviously, yes, and you're just giving me an opportunity to advertise it. You're so great. I do have a Discord server. Join it now. Everyone, join it now. This is what it looks like. Go, join it now. That's all the time we got. thanks for coming to the show. Thanks for watching this Q&A. But if I can be serious for just a moment, I don't have a script. This is just me completely off the cuff. I'm not too good at this. It feels like I'm presenting in front of a class, and I don't feel like I'm good at that. Thank you for watching this video. Even if you didn't leave a comment, I still hope you enjoyed it. And for those of you who did leave a comment, I hope you enjoyed seeing yourself on screen. You know, I'm sure that's always a little rush of dopamine. It's like, whoa, he answered my question. He said my name. You know what I mean? Like YouTube culture. Here's to eventually getting 3,000 subscribers, or maybe 5,000. That Steam group's right around the corner. Working on YouTube, it's like a part of me, and it'll never go away. I'll always be here making videos. So whether or not you people watch them, I'm still gonna make them. I make the kind of videos I want to see on YouTube. And hey, if other people like them, that's a pretty good bonus, if you ask me. So thanks for watching. My name is Whalen, but you should know that by now, right? Like, you knew that already? I really hope so. So yeah, stick around for more. I'll see you guys later. Oh wait, hold on a second. Don't go, I just remembered. Shoutouts to that guy for being a patron. I have a Patreon, I have a Twitter, I have a Discord server, and obviously I have this YouTube channel. So yeah, go check me out on those things. Subscribe, leave a comment, like, ring that bell for notifications, and I hope you have a good day. Later.